It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. All right, we're gonna drive, okay? Hi, guys. I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to hop on. I know that my video inside the animal hospital was not that great. It's horrible service there, inside there. So I'm going to recap really quickly. I am actually driving. We are leaving the animal hospital in Hallandale and rushing little Drizzy to Coral Springs Animal Hospital. His injuries were too significant for Dr. Carlos to treat. He is always very honest with us in what he can handle and what he believes needs more expertise. So he showed me the x-ray that he took of little Drizzy, and little Drizzy has a diaphragmatic hernia. Shockingly, as Dr. Carlos put it, for what his injuries are, and the fact that he came into Miami-Dade Animal Services Kill Shelter on the 27th, which was 3 days ago, he said usually dogs with that type of injury are half dead when they come in. And the fact that he was jumping up on the cage and his tail was wagging and he peed for them, and he seems to be very much with it, he said is very much in Drizzy's favor. And he said he would 1,000% go ahead with attempting surgery to try and repair the injuries because of how Drizzy is. So we trust his judgment wholeheartedly. He told me, he said, listen, if it was a different situation, if this puppy was behaving differently and acting differently, and he's like, I would be honest with you and say, listen, it's too far gone. So we are taking him to Coral Springs Animal Hospital for further tests and to see what they think is the best course of action for him, because of course we're going to do everything possible and give our dogs every possible chance of survival and a better shot at life. So that is Drizzy. The other two dogs I was trying to do a quick update on. Sorry, I'm driving, so if you weren't really seeing him, I'm sorry. But the other two dogs that are in Dr. Carlos's care that we need donations for are the two that we pulled from Miami-Dade Animal Services yesterday. We pulled Lisa. Lisa is an adorable little Maltese. We had no idea when we pulled her that she was in really critical condition. She's a diabetic, and she had not received treatment or insulin for her diabetes in quite some time, which put her body into diabetic ketoacidosis. So she is being treated for that. Currently, she is on IVs and she is receiving insulin. And then there was little Bennett, the Shih Tzu, who was most likely hit by car. He has some abrasions on his back legs, his belly, his front legs. He had a little head trauma where he's got some hemorrhaging behind one of his eyes. He's got an ulcer behind the other eye, which leads to believe that he was most likely hit by a car. He does not have any internal injuries, thank God. So with a lot of TLC and medication, hopefully he will be on the mend, and we will probably most likely have to make a appointment with the eye doctor, Dr. Carastro, to assess the one eye that is ulcerated and the other eye that he's got a little hemorrhaging in, to see what is the best course of action for that. So we have those two dogs at Dr. Carlos receiving care. Lisa being pretty critical. And then we have Drizzy, who I have in my lap, who I am rushing to Coral Springs Animal Hospital because he was hit by a car, as Dr. Carlos stated, by the injuries that he has. That is most likely definitely what had happened, or it was some kind of trauma, which I don't even want to think about. Really don't even want to think about. So he has a diaphragmatic hernia that Dr. Carlos just doesn't have the ability or the equipment to be able to do that at his hospital. He's not staffed around the clock, and he would need around-the-clock critical care after surgery like that. So he recommended that we give it a shot and we take him to the best and see what they say. So that's what we're doing. He gave a ballpark. He's not entirely sure, but he gave a ballpark of what he thought a diaphragmatic hernia surgery would cost, and he said about $5,000. So that's just a ballpark, and that's not without, you know, doing full scope of blood work and things like that. You know, we know that number is going to be high. Whatever it is that we attempt to do to save this little puppy's life, it is going to be costly. But I have to ask you guys if this little face is not worth it. This tiny little baby, 2 months old. I say he is 1000% worth trying to save. So that is what we are on our way to do. So we will need you guys all to donate. We will also need you to pray, because although Dr. Carlos said he thinks that the puppy is a good candidate for surgery, I have no idea what they are going to say when I get him to the hospital. And once they give him a full workup, their opinion could be different, which would absolutely break my heart. But we have to go on what the doctor's opinions would be. So that is still a possibility. So please pray that that is not the way things go once I get him to the animal hospital. And please donate towards his care, and towards Lisa's care, and towards Bennett's care. Because once again, we pull these dogs, we never know what we are going to get. And yesterday we pulled 2 dogs that were in pretty critical condition, and today we pulled this puppy that is in very critical condition. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to continue to drive. I will try to come back on when I get to Coral Springs Animal Hospital. That is another animal hospital that for some reason there is just no service inside. So I will try my best to go live when I get there. But again, you guys, please donate. The PayPal link is on this video. You can also donate via check to 100 Plus Animal Rescue, 345 East Commercial Boulevard, Oakland Park, Florida, 33334. We need you guys now. Drizzy needs you. So please say a little prayer for this little munchkin. And please donate for his care, and for Lisa, and for Bennett. I'm going to sign off now, and I will be back when I can. Thank you guys for your ongoing love and support of us, our mission, and our dogs. We love you guys.